You can spread your arms and legs nice and wide, palms face up. Making any adjustments to get your body really comfortable. And let your feet fall out to the sides. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Not changing the breath, just noticing it. Noticing the quality of your breath. If it's deep or shallow. Maybe it feels smooth or a little bit ragged. Just notice. And allow your body to soften every time you exhale. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Pulling the tongue off the roof of the mouth. And relax your mind, not thinking about what you have to do today or this week. We're going to bring our breath a little bit deeper together here. Inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling for 6 seconds. And so we'll start by inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhaling all the way out. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And continuing this breath, following your own pace. If you need to lengthen either part or slow down, maybe counting to 3 on your inhale, and feel free. And taking one more round of breath. And just bring your breath gently back to your natural breathing rhythm. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit, circling the wrists and the ankles, and moving the head gently side to side. As you inhale, reach the arms up, bring the legs together, take a long stretch through the body, pointing the toes, reaching through the fingertips. And exhale, relax your body. And walk your fingertips over to the left top corner of your mat. Gently grabbing onto the right wrist and pull, increasing the stretch down the right side of your body. And from here, option to walk your feet over to the left, maybe crossing the right ankle over the left. Breathing into the right side, noticing where you feel the stretch. And take one more inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands and feet through center. And then walk them over to the right, grabbing on to your left wrist. Gently pulling, option to bring your feet to the right as well. And feeling the stretch down the left side of your body. And take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands and feet through center. Pull the knees into the chest, grabbing onto the shins. And gently rocking side to side if you feel like it. Then bring your arms out into a T or cactus arms with elbows bent. And drop your knees over to the left, gently twisting through the spine. Try your best to keep both shoulder blades down on the mat. An option to gaze towards your right hand. And take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your gaze through center, bring your knees through center, and then drop them over to the other side. Option to gaze towards your left hand. And take one more inhale. Exhale, gently come back through center. Bring the soles of the feet down on the mat. As you inhale, reach the left leg straight up. Interlace the fingers behind the leg, pulling the leg in towards your chest. Feeling a stretch down the back of your leg, keeping your foot flexed. Option to extend your bottom leg, or you can keep it bent. Relax your shoulders down towards the mat. And relax your face. And keep reaching up through your heel. See if you can bring your leg in just a little bit closer, even if it's 1 millimeter. And take one more inhale. Exhale, release the leg, bringing the soles of the feet down on the mat. And as you inhale, we'll take the other side, lifting the right leg up. Interlace the fingers the awkward way behind your leg. And gently pull your leg in towards your chest. And keeping that leg as straight as you can. It's okay to have a soft bend in the knee. but try your best to keep reaching through the heel. Maybe noticing if you're tighter on one side than the other. And pull your leg in slightly closer. Take one more inhale. And exhale to release your leg down. Soles of the feet on the mat. You can just gently sway your knees side to side here. And bring your knees through center. We're going to bend the left knee in towards your chest, slightly more than 90 degrees. So 90 degrees would be shin parallel to the mat. Just going to bring it in a little bit closer than that. Bring your hands onto your thigh. We're going to push your hands into your thigh back into your hands. So there's no motion, but you can push with your hands into your leg back into your hands, pushing as hard as you like, breathing steadily, and feeling the muscles deep in the core activate. And release, bring the sole of the foot down. Reach your arms up overhead, stretch through the abdomen. And exhale, bring your hands down. We'll take the other side, bending the right knee in slightly more than 90. Hands come onto your right thigh. And we're pushing our hands into our leg back into our hands. You have control over how hard you want to push. Keeping your low back against the mat. Draw the belly button in. And release. Reach the arms up overhead, straighten the legs. Take a long stretch through the body. And exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Gently rocking if it feels good. And bring your soles of your feet down on the mat. Plant your feet about hip width apart. And bring the heels right under the knees. You might be able to feel your heels with your fingertips. Arms are down at your sides. As you inhale, push through the heels, lifting up the hips into our first bridge pose. You don't have to reach super high here, just warming up. Feeling the backs of the legs engaged. And then start to push through the backs of the shoulders, maybe lifting just a tiny bit higher. And breathe. And take one more inhale. As you exhale, lift the heels, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone comes down last. Relax through the shoulders. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Bringing the heels back underneath your knees. arms long at your sides. As you inhale, bring your belly button towards your spine so your low back is against the mat. You can kind of feel the tilt of your pelvis happen here. Then pushing through the heels, lift the hips up. Maybe lifting a little bit higher this time. Engaging the inner thighs, keeping the knees in line with your hips and ankles. And from here, option to walk your shoulders underneath of you, tucking them under one at a time, maybe interlacing the fingers behind your back and pushing the hands into the mat. Keep pushing through your heels, lifting higher. And breathe. And take one more inhale. Exhale, release your shoulders, lift the heels, and slowly lower down. And relaxing your arms, maybe swaying the knees gently side to side. And we'll take one more bridge pose. Bringing the heels under your knees, arms long at your sides. Draw the belly in, low back against the floor. As you inhale, push through the heels, lift up. Option to walk your shoulders underneath of you. Reaching higher for 3 more breaths. And as you exhale, release the shoulders, lift the heels, slowly lower down. Draw the knees in. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. From here, we're going to extend our legs. We're going to do some leg lifts. So you can bring your thumbs underneath your sacrum for some support here if you like. Some support for the low back. Extend the legs. Draw the belly in. Feel the low back against the mat. Flex your feet. As you inhale, lifting up the left leg. Lifting it all the way up. And exhale, lowering down with control to a hover. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Moving with control, keep pushing the low back down. Take 5 more, following your own breath, at your own pace. And when you're done, you can release your leg, maybe shaking out the legs a little bit. And flex your feet. Inhale to lift the right leg up, pushing the low back down. Don't let it lift off the ground. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Taking 5 more at your own pace. Keep pushing your low back down. Draw that belly button in. Use your hands for support if you need to. And when you're done, relax your leg down, maybe shaking them out a little bit. And we're going to take double leg lift. If this doesn't work for you, you can just alternate single legs. If you want to take double leg lift, engage your core, push the low back down. Inhale to lift both legs straight up. And exhale to lower down with control. Maybe coming to a hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And taking 5 more at your own pace. Option to just alternate single legs here. And keep breathing. When you're done, release the legs. Release your hands, reaching the hands overhead, stretching long through the body. And exhale to pull the knees into the chest. We'll make our way into tabletop. You can either rock lengthwise on your spine or turn over onto one side. Coming in to tabletop, hands and knees. So your wrists are right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. As you inhale, look up, tilt the pelvis for cow pose. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Draw the belly in. Inhale, look up, moving through a few more rounds of cat-cow, following your own breath. And take one more round. And come back to a neutral spine. Spread your fingers nice and wide, pushing through the thumb and first finger. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips back and up into downward dog. You can start to walk out your dog. You're bending one knee at a time. Relaxing through the neck, maybe shaking your head yes and no. And come to stillness, pushing both heels down. Keeping a bend in your knees if it means your back is going to be straight. And keep reaching back and up through your sit bones. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale, look towards your hands, stepping to the top of your mat, taking as many steps as you like to get there. And coming into a forward fold, relaxing the head and shoulders down. Feeling a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Your feet can be together here or hip width apart. That's about 2 fists between your feet. Taking whichever option works better for you and feels better in your body. Bend your knees a lot here. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, coming all the way to standing. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms face forward for mountain pose. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And get grounded through the feet, lifting up the toes, spread them apart, place them back down. Your feet can be hip width apart or big toes touch with a slight space between the heels. As you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sit down and back into chair pose. Shifting the weight back into your hips. You should be able to lift your toes up. And you should be able to look down and see the big toes. Option to bring your hands straight out in front of you or to heart center, a little easier on the shoulders. And draw your belly in, keep your chest lifted forward, looking straight out in front of you. And breathe. Squeezing the muscles in the legs. If your feet are together, your knees are together, you can push the legs together. And take one more inhale. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs, hands come down to the mat. Inhale to take a halfway lift, long spine. Hands come to your shins for support. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands down, bend the knees. And step back with the left foot, taking a giant step to the back of the mat. And drop your back knee down, untuck the toes. Option to stay here, lifting the chest forward. You can bring your hands onto your thigh. Or inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Keeping your front knee stacked right over your front ankle, pushing through that front foot. You might feel an opening through your left abdomen, the front of your left hip. And wherever you are, just breathing. Relaxing the face. And take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down on the mat. Shift your weight back, straighten the front leg. Toes point up. Coming into half split. And you can keep your hands or fingertips down on the mat. Maybe you need some support. You can place books or blocks or anything underneath your hands. And you can keep a bend in your front knee if you need to. And taking whatever works for you in your body. And take one more inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward. Hands frame your front foot. Tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee. And then spring forward into a fold. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Creating a flat tabletop with your back. Exhale to fold forward, bend the knees, plant the hands. Step back with the right foot. dropping the back knee down. Untuck the toes. Option to keep your hands down, lifting the chest, reaching forward. Now you can bring your hands onto your thigh or reach the hands overhead, pushing through that front foot. And breathe. Relaxing the muscles in your face. And take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down, shift your weight back, straighten the front legs for half split. Adjusting as you need to, maybe bending the front knee. And take one more inhale. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Hands frame your front foot, tuck the back toes under, bend the back knee, and step forward into a fold. Maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows here. You can wrap your arms behind your legs. Or you can grab onto big toes with your peace fingers. Pulling your upper body deeper into the fold. Elbows come out to the sides. Taking any arm variation that works for you. And keep lifting up through your sit bones. And then bring your hands down onto the mat. As you inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant your hands. And step either through tabletop to downward dog or right to downward dog. And pushing evenly through the hands and the feet. Draw the belly in. And try to draw the low ribs in as well, keeping the core strong. And see if you can reach your heels down a little bit closer towards the mat. Then bring your big toes together. As you inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. Any amount, you don't have to lift it super high. You can keep it nice and low here. And as you exhale, bring the left knee into the left wrist, taking pigeon pose. Back leg is straight. Front knee is bent any amount. And just keep that front foot flexed to protect your knee. You can place cushions under your left hip here if you need to. And when you're ready, walking your hands out. Resting your forehead down, either on the mat or your hands or a cushion. If this doesn't work for you, you can always take figure 4 on your back. And taking 10 more breaths. Trying to slow down our breath here. You can bring that count back to your breath if you like. Inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 6. When you're ready, you can start to push yourself back up, moving either into a downward dog or child's pose. Taking any movement that you like here or that you need, maybe shaking the leg out. And then come to stillness. Push your heels down. Bring the big toes together. Inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right wrist. For pigeon on the other side. If you're taking figure 4, you can switch sides. And keeping that front foot flexed. When you're ready, start to fold forward. Resting your head. Letting the upper body relax as much as possible here. And taking 10 deep breaths. And feeling the breath into the back side of your body. And when you're ready, slowly moving back into downward dog or child's pose. And taking any movements that you need here. in our last downward dog. And take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. And drop your knees down. Spin your legs in front of you. Bringing the hands behind your back. Fingers can point towards or away from you. Option to keep the legs bent. It's a little bit harder, or you can bend the knees a little bit easier. As you inhale, lift the hips up, gaze comes straight up for reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Taking 3 deep breaths, feeling a nice stretch through the shoulders. Keep pushing through the hands and the feet. When you're ready, slowly lowering down. And just swaying the knees side to side here. And then come to seated. Bringing the soles of the feet together, let your knees fall out wide. You can bring some cushions underneath your knees here if you want some more support. Grabbing onto the feet or the ankles. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale to start to fold forward, hinging from your hips, leading with your chest as you fold forward. Gazing down towards your feet. Option to massage the soles of your feet here if you like. Then you can start to push yourself back up. Bring the knees together with your hands, curling up into a small ball. Tuck your head down. And release, coming into a comfortable seat. And sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down. And take a moment to scan your body, noticing how it feels, maybe some new energy created. Maybe you feel a little bit open in some areas. And any areas of tension that remain, just taking a few breaths while focusing on that area. Asking your body to release some of that tension. When you're ready, hands can come together at heart center. Thank you for practicing with me. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Thank you.